In this video I want to show you how I make these multi-tiered succulent pots. So first ball is about 2 pounds. Second bowl is about a pound, a little over a pound. And I want this about the height of the bowl. Oof, did you see that? How the hell did that happen? well, here they are assembled. You saw me do this one. This one I did off camera, but same kind of idea. They're cute, even though this is really small. As long as it drains, you can get a little succulent pot or a tuft of grass or something to grow in there. It's also nice to make them compact because if you tend to dunk your glazes, they'll actually fit in a bucket. I'm going to take you out to the garden where whenever I get one that's not worth selling or just a little, something went a little wrong, it ends up in the garden. And I have a couple examples of problems that I have encountered, so let me go show you that now. So here's an example of one where I put the support on the outside of the bowl rather than on the inside. And they've sometimes turn out, but sometimes you can see this looks a little angled down. It's full and it's heavy now, but it had kind of a rock to it. And in this case, I wasn't really happy with the glaze either, but that's one example. There's another one with, this works better. If you like the external support concept, I much prefer a skinny column versus something fat, because if it's off a little bit, it's easier to grind down and make the whole thing sit level. Here's another two-piece pot where the pot on the top is actually at least as big as the one on the bottom, and it has its own foot. But again, I had a real hard time. You can see how it's tilted, so that was unacceptable. I'm not going to sell that, but it goes out into the garden for long-term testing. You can see that these have two bigger bowls and each one has its own leg. And again, I think it looks really cool. They just tend to move a little bit and don't always sit super flat. I actually don't think there's anything wrong with this particular pot. I think I just made it as a personal test piece, but they're really fun. Well, here's one more I found that hasn't been planted up yet, but three bowl design, obviously. I like having this open drain spout here, but I had another pot kiss it, so that was kind of that. It's moved a little bit, but I don't mind it so much, but it also got a crack right where I joined it to the rim. So it is tricky to join these all together and not get cracks, but you know, you're gonna fill it with dirt. So, especially if you're making it for yourself, I think these are fun. I hope you make one for yourself.